Didik TV KPM. Didik TV KPM.
Okay, how do I enter this online class? Oh, goodness. Oh no, I'm so late. My teacher must be so angry. I cannot. What is the problem? I cannot enter this class. Oh my goodness. Okay. Assalamualaikum, salam sejahtera everyone. I'm Syafiqah Farahin Razali and you're watching Sukses SPM 2021. And today we'll be learning a very interesting subject. But before that, as usual, I would like to remind all of you to always practice your SOP because as usual now we haven't won against the COVID-19 pandemic. Thus, wear your face mask, maintain a physical distance of at least 1 meter between you and your surrounding, wash your hands frequently. If you don't have a water source nearby, always use a hand sanitizer. Alright friends, today we're going to be learning Bahasa Inggeris with our topic online learning. Wow, it's a very interesting topic, right? Usually it's always like one particular topic, but to elaborate more on what we're going to learn today, I'm going to invite our very own teacher today with us is Mr. Hanin. Hello, Mr. Hanin. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam. How are you, Syafiqah?
I'm great. It's lovely to have you here again.
Yeah, glad to meet you again.
Yes, and I'm excited for today's class. But before that, as usual, can you introduce yourself first for our viewers out there?
Okay, so I am Mr. Hanin. So I've been teaching English for 12 years. So today we are going to look at online learning, but we are going to focus on writing a little bit on articles. Yes.
So what I have known from you is that there's a few sections in writing skills, but we're focusing on just articles, right?
Yes.
Mr. Hanin, I have a question. Just now, I did a short sketch and I had so much trouble getting onto my online class.
Yes.
So perhaps today it's a bit of a link to what we're going to learn as well.
So, and also we need to identify the advantages and also the disadvantages of the online learning.
What are those? Can you give a bit of a hint first?
Okay, so of course we are facing this pandemic, right? So we need to know what the students are feeling about this situation.
Yes.
So, but we are going to express it in written form.
Okay. So today that means the pupils will be doing a lot of writing, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right, Mr. Hanin. Before we start our class today, as usual in the studio, we practice our SOP. Thus, I would like to invite you to wear our hand sanitizer provided here.
Okay.
So here's for you, Mr. Hanin.
Thank you very much.
Okay, you can use the hand sanitizer. And always, pupils, remember that we have to always maintain our hygiene for the sake of winning against COVID-19. All right, without further wasting time, let's invite the 6 pupils who's also from SMK Ungku Aziz Sabak Berenam Selangor. Let's have them online here. Hello, guys.
Hi,
Assalamualaikum. Wow, everyone's looking very dapper today. Okay, I would like to know all of you one by one. Can we start first with Aida? Hello, Aida. Can you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Aida and my ambition is to be a teacher.
Wow, so you're following in Mr. Hanin's footsteps, that seems. Okay, great. All right, next can we have Afiq? Can you introduce your full name, please, and your ambition as well?
Hi, I am Afiq. I want to be a teacher too.
Okay, he wants to be a teacher too. Afiq, what's your full name? Can I know?
My full name is Muhammad Afiq.
Muhammad Afiq. Okay, thank you so much for that. Next, can we have Amira, please?
Hi, my name is Amira Faizah Hanip Nafedin. You can call me Amira. and my ambition is I want to be a surgeon.
She wants to be a surgeon.
Yes.
Wow, good luck to you. It's a very tough ambition, but I wish you all the best. All right, thank you for that, Amira. Next, can I have Nabila?
Hi, my name is Nur Nabila Husna. You can call me Nabila. I want to be an engineer.
You want to be an engineer? Okay, all right. Good luck to you too. All the best, okay? Next, and last but not least, can we have Nisa, please?
Hi, my name is Nurkairuni Sabinti Mahadi. You can call me Nisa. And my ambition is I want to be a doctor.
Okay, great. They have big ambitions today, but I'm very glad to hear that. All the best to you guys. And are you ready to learn today's lesson? Can you give me a thumbs up, please? All right, okay. Before we start the lesson, Mr. Hanip,
Yes.
as usual, because we want a bit of opinion from the students about our topic today.
Yep.
So I would like to have first, Amira, can you give us an opinion of today's topic, please? Okay, Amira.
Okay, in my point, article is about what are you prefer. Okay, they may have some pros and cons. So I think this topic is important because article is one of the question that that maybe will ask on chapter 2, part 3.
Ah, okay, so she's considering to choose articles in part B, right?
Yes.
I'm pretty
Part
sure,
three.
perhaps in part 3.
Yep.
Sorry, so I'm pretty sure a few pupils as well have the same opinion as well. But next, can we have a different opinion now from Nabila?
Today we're gonna learn about online learning. To me, online learning is education over the internet.
Okay, so do you enjoy online learning, Nabila?
Yes.
Okay, I enjoy them too actually. All right, next and last, can we have Nisa, please?
So today we're gonna learn about article about online learning. So in my opinion, online learning give me a chance to learn more about technology. For example, I can know how to use variety of applications such as Zoom and also Google Meet.
Ah, okay, that's good. So you're considering all the applications that they can get
Yep.
from online learning. That's very creative. Thank you for that, Nisa. All right, Mr. Hanin, for today's lesson, I guess because we're focusing on writing, I guess the pupils out there can take out their pens and pencils and a
Yes.
paper to together learn with us the techniques of answering questions for online learning, writing specifically, as Mr. Hanin said, articles, right?
Yes, we are going to focus on that.
Okay, great. So we'll be right back after this with our lesson. Don't go away on Sukses SPM 2021.
Didik TV KPM. Didik TV KPM.
Hello, welcome back to Sukses SPM 2021, and today's class is Bahasa Inggeris with our topic online learning writing. And I'm excited for today because we're going to focus on solely articles. There's a few other parts that we can choose in the exams. What are those, Mr. Hanin?
There are reports and also there are reviews.
Reviews?
But I think for today, we are just going to look at this, okay?
Articles, okay.
Yes.
What's the level of toughness for articles, would you say?
So I'm going to explain it a little bit more so that our student at home, our pupils at home is going to understand also and try to figure out the best way to answer.
Okay, great. So as I said just now, don't forget to take out your pens, your papers and your pencils. Write down all the notes you can get from today's lesson. All right, students online, are you ready? Give me a thumbs up again, please. Okay, great. Afiq? Okay, all right, guys. If you're ready, Mr. Hanin, let's start.
Okay, so sure. So today we are going to look at online learning. That is the topic for our discussion today. But mainly we are going to take one of the skill in English, which is writing. And under writing, there's also a very small category, which is article, because that is one of the category that we are going to answer in our paper 2, part 3.
Paper 2, part 3, okay.
Okay, so pay attention, the pupils online and also pupils at home.
At home,
Okay,
yes.
so as usual, when we are learning something, there should be an objective. So the objective for today is for them, the student online, to state at least an idea or an opinion on the topic of our discussion today, which is online learning, at least one idea. And also for them to write an article in about 200 to 250 words. It seems like very, very long for the pupils, but the thing is, this is part 3, which means that is the last part of writing paper. So that's why it's going to be a little bit difficult. So that is the level a little bit, okay?
Okay. It's
Now,
a higher learning.
Yes. When we talk about online learning, so we want to know more. Just now we have a little bit of introduction about what are their feelings about this online learning. So let's ask some of our friends online.
Okay.
About what is online learning.
Who would like to try?
Anybody who would like to volunteer?
Yes, to go first. Come on, raise up your hand. Okay. Can we have Ida, please?
Okay, Ida.
I think online learning is a process of studying without having to physically attending classes at school.
Okay.
Okay.
Because you don't have to be physically there, because we can't go at school right now because of the pandemic and also the instruction from the authorities. We need to follow the rules, right?
Of course.
So we can't be physically there, but we can be in online. Okay. Now can we have another person?
Give a different opinion perhaps this time.
Who would like to volunteer then?
All right.
Okay. Can we have Nisa?
Yes, Nisa.
Online learning is one of the alternatives for us to make a class even though we are at home using variety of applications such as Google Meet and Zoom.
Okay, that is very good as well. Alternative. So we cannot stop from learning. So we need to go on with the process, right? So this is one of so far the best alternative that we have in our country. So we need to go through with the teaching and learning session. We cannot leave our student at home, be left alone without learning.
Yes, of course. There's so much free time available.
Yes, there are so many things that we can learn.
And also, Mr. Hanin,
Yes.
sometimes when they don't have online classes, they go online to learn as well on their own.
Because they can do their own research on stuff that they need to know, right? Can we have one more person?
Okay. One more pupil.
Can we have, Iza?
Yes, Iza, go ahead.
In my opinion, online learning is the use of internet to access learning materials, to interact with teachers and other learners.
Okay, so the use of internet, for me, I think that is very good as well.
Yes.
Data is very much expensive nowadays.
It is.
Because for me, that is the value that they are saying, that without data, you cannot access the internet.
Yes.
So that is what we want to hear after this about the advantage and also disadvantages of online learning. So that is what we are going to do next. So I have my pen over here as well, because I need to hear their opinion about what they think the advantages or maybe disadvantages. So don't be afraid to actually share.
Speak your mind.
Yeah, speak your mind, because we are actually learning. So there's no correct or true answer. We just want to hear what they think about this topic. Okay. And maybe our pupils at home, they can try on their own and maybe scribble something, the ideas on the paper.
Yes, I agree.
Okay.
All
so
right.
just
So
now
we're
we
waiting for
hear
them to-
from 3
Ida,
pupils, right?
Nisa, yes.
Can we have the others, right?
Okay.
Can we start
have
with Afiq?
Afiq,
Okay, Afiq.
please.
So which one do you prefer? Maybe you have a preference. You want to talk about advantage or
I prefer
disadvantages?
on advantage.
Advantages. Okay, advantage. Okay.
The advantage of online learning is accessibility of time and place.
Okay. So I'm just like.
So you're saying here, Afiq, that you can access online learning wherever you are, right?
Okay, access. Yeah, online learning, access. I'm just.
Accessibility.
Yes. I'm sorry because of their handwriting.
Okay, I think it's a bit difficult to use the pen. But never mind.
Never mind.
Accessibility and what was it just now? Timing, right?
Time. Afiq, you don't mind to actually share a little bit?
Yes, can you elaborate
Again.
on that?
Accessibility of time and place.
Accessibility of. Okay,
Time
I'm just
and
like
place.
putting keyword time and
Place.
place.
Okay, thank you for that, Afiq.
Okay. Time and place. I'm just like putting the key point
Right.
here. Yeah.
No worries.
Okay. So can we have the next person who hasn't said anything yet?
I think we haven't heard from Amira.
Okay. Can we have from Amira? Amira.
Okay. I choose disadvantages.
Okay.
Disadvantages, okay.
Disadvantages. Very good. Just to be fair.
Balanced.
I think the disadvantages is internet connection problem.
So okay. So I think I put here under idea
Connection. Yes, I do agree.
Do you still remember just now, Shafika?
Yes.
The way you act?
I had the same problem as
Problems,
well.
yes.
And
So it's
I'm
not
pretty
just,
sure
It's not just you.
it's not just me.
Okay, it's all, maybe it's some of the problem that our pupils
Are facing, yes.
Yes, are facing at home right now.
Especially what I've heard before from pupils at rural areas.
Yes, especially,
Yeah.
right? So we need to understand them. So, and thank goodness we have our DDTV session that can help them to
Of
actually assess
course.
the education.
That's why we want our pupils to always stay tuned to us to collect all the information and techniques of answering your examinations. All right.
Okay.
Can we have another student, Miss
Yes.
Hanin?
One more student.
Who is the last one?
Who's the last one?
I think it's, was it Ida? Have we heard from Ida? She's smiling. Okay, Ida.
Okay, never mind, Ida. Okay, can you share? I think after this we will have another person.
Okay.
I choose advantage.
Okay, advantage. So what is the advantage?
Efficient.
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 Okay, I'm just putting it here.
Okay.
EF.
Okay.
So can you explain a little bit more? What do you mean by efficient?
There are many tools that we can use. Example is PDF, Google Meet, Google Classroom.
Okay, so see, they are very familiar with all the application
Yes.
needed for them to acquire the knowledge during this online learning.
Class. Okay, all right.
Okay, that is very good. Can we have one more person just to balance out the idea?
Okay, we need one disadvantages, one more.
Maybe one disadvantages. Who want to share one disadvantages? Disadvantage. Sorry. Okay. Good.
Okay.
Nabila.
Nabila
Very excited
again.
to share. Very good. Thank you very much.
When we study at home,
Yeah,
we are more relaxing and comfortable by
Okay.
online class.
Oh.
So you consider that disadvantage or advantage?
Advantage.
Oh, advantage. Okay, very good. It's okay because that is her point of view and that is valid. So,
Yes.
So relax, huh? Because they can take a little bit of their own time. Maybe
Yes.
they need some research they need to do for the lesson, so
Yes,
they
I
can
agree.
have a little bit more time instead of like sometimes when the teacher asks you on the spot, maybe they are struggling a little bit with getting the knowledge, right? But when they are doing it online, so they have time to actually access their internet and then Google. Search through.
Yes, search
Yes,
through while
search
the class
through.
is ongoing because
Yes.
sometimes in physical classes we don't have time for that.
Yeah, okay. So that is very good. So we
Yes.
have a lot of idea on the advantages. Disadvantages just one. Can we just have like one more?
One more.
on the
Yeah,
disadvantage.
we really do need a disadvantages to balance
So
it
far
out.
they are just being too nice.
Yes.
Maybe they keep the secret from us. Okay.
I think so. Can maybe perhaps a volunteer?
On the disadvantage. Okay. Izzah.
Okay. Izzah. Go ahead.
Online learning will increase screen time.
So
Okay, screen time.
screen time in result, what happens if it increases
Can
screen
you
time?
explain a little bit?
They could have bad vision of eyes.
Okay.
Wow, good
So it's
answer.
going to affect the health of the pupils, right?
Yes.
Maybe. So that can be one of the reasons for them to have the disadvantage of online learning.
I
because
agree.
as a teachers as well, is constraining to the eyes when you need to focus on the screen for so long.
Yes, that's true. It's
So
a
that
mental...
is one of the drawback. Yes.
Yes.
A mental issues as well that
Yes.
we need to consider. So we are just discussing this, and it's very good to point out this so that everybody know what we are facing in this situation.
Ah, okay.
Now let's go on, move
yes,
forward.
we can go on.
So just now, because we want to talk about writing, right? So we have actually, they know already, we just want to let everybody
know as well,
right?
refresh, yes.
Refresh, very good. Thank you, Shafika, for helping me.
All
So
right.
we have part 1, part 2, and this is the thing that we want to focus today, which is on part 3.
Okay.
Okay, part 3, there are 3 choices. Choose one. Okay, I just mentioned earlier
Yes.
some of the options, right? So actually there are 4: article, report, review, and story. But today we are going to look at only at the article and the level. Actually is put under B2 to C1 level under the CFR.
Okay, so what's today's level, Mr. Hanin?
Yes, it's under this.
Oh, it's
So
under
that's
that
why
level.
it's among the difficult one. So that's why
Okay.
just now we did something earlier because we want to trigger their ideas.
Their ideas.
Yeah, so
and
that is very good
opinions.
for us to do the brainstorming. So later on, we just focus on a little bit on a few techniques before
Okay.
we let them start writing.
All right, great.
So as the pupils at home and also online know, these are the mark distribution. So they need to understand this in order for them to actually get a good mark. So we have content, we have communicative achievement, we have organization, and we have language, the 4 elements. Okay, so they need to get 20 if that is the highest score.
Okay.
For each element, the highest is 5. Total will be 20. Okay.
Okay.
So what do we mean by that? Okay, so these are the things that they need to know. So, pupils, please pay attention.
Okay.
So this is the tricks for you to get the best score ever.
Okay, so this is technique being shared by Mr. Hanin. So write this down, please.
Yeah.
Every part of this contains 5 marks, right?
Yes.
So it's not less, it's not more, it's the same. So everything needs to be perfect.
Perfect.
Okay.
According to the skill and also the requirements. So when we talk about content, all content is relevant to the task and target reader is fully informed, which means all your ideas must be connected to the task that we are asking you. I mean, like the question is asking you. So today, the question are asking you about online learning. Okay, and then cognitive achievement uses the convention of the communicative task effectively to hold target readers. So that also the key point. We need to hold the target reader attention effectively and also communicate with ease, fulfilling all communicative purposes.
Okay.
So which means whatever that you write, the reader will need to understand. Yeah, that is the reason for you to achieve this communicative achievement. For the third part, which is organization, text is generally well organized and coherent using a variety of cohesive devices with general good effect. The focus would be on well organized, coherent, and you need to use cohesive devices. Okay, I think our pupils know what is the cohesive devices from our previous lesson as well.
Okay.
And last one, don't forget that you need to focus on the language. Language here meaning uses a range of vocabulary, no longer the basic one. You need to use a range, which is a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, because this one, the requirement just now, a lot more words.
A lot more words.
And also, you need to use a range of simple and complex grammatical form, which is like a little bit higher level. And lastly, occasional errors and slip may be present.
Okay, so there's
what
still
I
room
like
for that.
about our CFR, they allow you to make a mistake. It's not like a very jarring mistake or very glaring mistake, but mistake that are forgiven if you do it like very slip or once a while.
Okay.
Because sometimes the pupils, they have problems there. After they check also, there's still mistake. That is very normal.
I see. So that means, would you say vocabulary and grammar, if there's mistakes on that, is it acceptable or is it other types of mistakes?
Okay, they are acceptable if it's not repeated.
Okay.
If it's repeated, then it falls under maybe 4 and maybe 3. So it's going to deduct the mark a little bit.
Okay, all right. So there's one technique there that we have to remember. There's 4 parts: content, communicative achievement, organization, and also language. And each of these categories carries 5 marks for the total of 20 marks. All right, pupils, stay with us. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. We're taking a short break on Sukses SPM 2021.
TV KPM. Didik TV KPM.
Welcome back to Sukses SPM 2021. Still with me, Kak Pika, and also our gentleman in blue, Mr. Hanin, today to learn Bahasa Inggeris for the topic online learning, specifically writing articles. And just now, Mr. Hanin shared with us a very important technique to answer your questions. There's 5 parts in writing articles: content, communicative achievement, organization, and also language. So be sure to memorize this and also write down the notes, okay? Mr. Hanin, without wasting further time, you can proceed with the lesson today.
Okay, thank you, Shafika, for that. Before we go further learning about this writing, yes, we need to look at one aspect of the English, because I like to do this in the class. So when we talk about writing, we need to talk about subject-verb agreement.
Okay.
So which is the grammar part.
Grammar part.
A little bit. So now, when we talk about subject-verb agreement, we need to pay attention on the subject and also the verb. Okay? So the verb must agree with the subject. If the subject is singular, so the verb must be singular. Yeah, for example, like this, Aiman walks to school every day, because Aiman is singular.
Okay.
So walks need to have
an S.
S.
Okay.
So they need to remember on the present tense as well. On the first part, yeah. On the green part down here, yes, this is for the past
tense.
Okay.
Okay.
So right this, the second example everyone has: the tiger chases its prey so fast. The teacher is, because the teacher is
singular.
That's why you need to
put is.
Post is. Okay. And then the last one, they are very happy with the result. So they with are. So the first part is for present. The second part is on
past tense.
Past tense.
Okay.
So the example over there, Arina washed the dishes vigorously. The doctors had to stop the operation. The cat jumped over the drain. The lawyers were defending their client in the court. And last one, Aiman wasn't ready for the tournament. So these are the examples. Just want to show to everybody that you need to pay attention on the subject-verb agreement. But that is not our focus for today, because we are going to look at the article itself.
Right.
But they need to remember that this is one of the quality that we need to consider, because it falls under language.
Okay. So never forget that grammar is an important part in writing.
Yes. Okay. So there's a few problems over here.
Okay.
So I need the help from our pupils online to actually go through it a little bit, and then they need to identify whether the sentence is correct or not.
Okay.
If the sentence has an error or problem, they need to make the correction.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So who would like to try number 1?
Okay.
Shafika, would you like to choose?
All right. I would like to choose perhaps Afiq. Afiq, would you do the honor of doing the first one?
They is walking together to the restaurant.
Okay. So the sentence, is it correct or not?
Not.
Okay. What's the problem?
Is.
Okay. What it should be?
Are.
Okay. So they should agree the verb with are.
Okay.
So thank you very much. Congratulations, Afiq, for identifying there is an error over there. Okay.
Okay.
Let's go on to
the next people.
Sentence.
Okay. Who would like to try?
Okay, that is good.
Can we have Nisa,
Nisa.
please?
Okay, Nisa. Sentence number 2.
The nurses gathers in the hall just now.
Okay.
Gathers is wrong. I think we should
Okay.
gather.
Gather.
Gather to.
Without the S.
Pardon?
What was that, Nisa?
Nisa?
Gather without S.
Without S. Okay. So that is your answer, right? So, but the thing is, you almost got it right, but it's wrong because the nurses gathers in the hall just now. When you read it, you need to identify whether it is going to be in the present situation or in the past.
Right.
Just now, here, mean it already happened. So actually, it should be plus E
D.
and D. Okay, never mind. We are learning.
Okay, good try.
Thank you
good
very
try.
much. Good try. But she already identified what is the correct, the error.
The error.
She already identified it. It's just that maybe she wasn't
missed out on just
yes.
now.
Okay.
Okay.
Now we go on to the next one.
The next one, please. Can we have another volunteer? Okay. All right. Can we have Izzah, please?
Izzah?
Why did you hang up on me last night?
Okay.
Is it correct or not?
Is it correct or not?
No.
Okay. What should it be?
Hang changed to hung.
Okay. Hang. You want to change it to?
Hung.
Hung.
H-U-N-G.
Okay.
Okay. Mr. Hanip?
Thank you very much for trying. But the thing is, this sentence is correct. Because after did, you must use base form.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Thank you very much.
So the keyword is did.
Did.
Once there is did, that means it has to be key form.
Yes.
Okay.
In the base form. Yeah. Okay.
Alright.
Last one.
Okay, can we have next Amira, please? For the last one. Okay.
Tanya put her bag in the basket yesterday.
Okay. So,
Is that correct?
is the sentence correct?
No.
Okay. So, what's wrong with the sentence?
The verb.
Okay, the verb. What is the verb?
Actually, we should use put without
Okay.
S.
Put without S. Very good. Because in past tense,
Yes.
put remains the same. The same way it is written. Right?
Yes.
So if they don't have the knowledge, sometimes the pupils at home, maybe some of our students, they sometimes edit the ed, which not existent in English.
Yes, it doesn't
So
exist
that's
with
why
put.
you need to know your grammar.
Okay.
Your SVA. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Now we are going to go next to our article. That is our the purpose for today, right? So that is the question. Read the writing task below and identify the keys. So I'm going to read it for everybody. Your teacher has asked you to write an article for your school newsletter next month about online learning. You need to include the advantages and disadvantages of online learning. Please write between 200 and 200 to 250 words.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
Okay. Can one person actually identify the task?
Can we have perhaps just now Nabila?
Nabila?
Nabila, can you identify?
At least one of the tasks.
Yes.
We must write between 200 until 250 words.
Okay, that is very good. You need to write between 200 to 250 words. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, that is one of the tasks.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to highlight as well just to help everybody. You need to include the advantages and also disadvantages, just like what we have earlier. That's why that's the
Written
reason.
down. Oh,
now
that is
they have the
why.
idea already about what they want to write, right?
Okay.
And also, you need to also don't forget that the task that you need to write is
An
article. That is the format that we need to focus. Okay.
Okay.
Now, what are the parts in article that we need to know and everybody else need to know at home?
Yep.
Okay, then we have the first one is title. The next one is introduction. The next one is the body. So the body usually we put our
points.
Our points.
Okay.
So because I already put here S, so we need to have more than
One.
at least 2 or maybe more.
Okay.
You see your time because you need to estimate how many points or how much you want to write. Okay. And last one, as usual, when there is an introduction, there must be
Conclusion.
a conclusion. So
Okay.
these are the 4 elements that we need to focus on when we are writing our article. Please remember that.
All right.
Okay. Now we go on to the next one. What we need to put inside our plan. So we talk about introduction. So what we need to do, okay, pupils at home and pupils on our online class, yeah, in introduction, give some general information about the topic. Just now, what is the first question I asked in the beginning of our lesson? What is online learning? So you give a little bit definition about what is online learning, right? So that is going to help you to write a good introduction.
Okay.
Now, for body, okay, what you are going to do is you are going to state at least 2 of your points or ideas. Include either of these 3. So I'm suggesting to them, yeah?
Okay.
When you want to write, you need to put your points, so at least 2, because just now more than 1.
More than
at
one.
least 2.
At least 2, yes.
So the 3 is the key that they need to remember. Okay, what are those? Example, explanation, and or an elaboration
Okay.
on the points.
So it can be either of these 3?
Either all these 3, or maybe if they have their time, then they can write
All
more.
of 3.
All the 3. Because whatever it is based on your own personal skill.
Okay.
Because ours pupils varied. Some are very good, which we need to write a little bit more. Yeah, which need more guidance. Yeah, maybe they are the one that we need to encourage.
Yes,
to
to
write.
have more ideas, to have more input towards their writing skills as well. Okay.
That is something that our pupils need to remember. Because for whatever it is, you need to focus on the body. If you write a very short introduction, I think that will be fine.
Okay.
Because you can't write much, maybe. Because that is one of your weakness. But the thing is, what you can focus is focus on this.
Okay.
Because this is the focus, right? This is the body, this is the points that you want to write about.
All right.
Okay.
Talking about like the body having most of the content, also
Yes.
marks perhaps. How many would you say are the words that we need for body, roughly?
Roughly, because just now we need to write around 200 to 250 words. So I guess I would probably suggest around starting from 150 to 200.
Oh, that's a lot already.
That's a lot already.
Okay.
That's why the focus would be on the points.
On the points, okay.
Okay, now we go on to conclusion. So now make a general comment about the topic. Just now we make a general introduction. For conclusion, make a general comment about the topic. So you are going to conclude whatever that you think about the idea that you already put inside your body.
Okay, that means for conclusion, we can repeat back the disadvantage or the advantages, or we need to write another point.
Okay, we cannot introduce another point actually in our conclusion.
Okay.
You just summarize, which means you sum up a little bit of your ideas, saying that maybe on that certain idea there are advantages and also there are disadvantages that we need to adhere or we need to respect.
Okay.
Right, because we need also to believe that everybody has their own views and different understanding.
Right. Okay,
Okay.
Hanin?
Now, so that's why I mentioned just now. Article actually can be like this 2 way. It can be neutral, where your attitudes towards the writing itself. Neutral meaning you give your priority to both. You're talking about advantage and disadvantages equally. Whereby when you talk about focus, maybe in that particular article, you want to talk just on the advantages instead of the disadvantages.
Okay.
But there will be our pupils who actually love to focus more on disadvantages more than the advantages. So that's why
Right.
you need to also understand there is a neutral way of like stating your ideas and also a focus. I rather say it's a focus one.
Right.
It's not biased or whatsoever because
It's the focus.
yeah, yes, it's a focus. Okay, so now I have actually given a little bit to the task to our pupils online.
Okay.
So for introduction, we have Amira. Okay, that is the task that I already set to them. For body, we are talking about advantages.
Right.
Afiq and Nabila will talk about that. Yeah. For disadvantages, Aida and Iza.
Okay.
And for conclusion, that will be Nisa. Because it's going to be a lot. So the task is to divide and conquer.
Okay, I believe although the body is by far the most important part, but I believe the introduction and conclusion also has a strong part to it. So Amira and Nisa, don't take it for granted. Let's hear your answers after this break.
Yep.
But we go for a short break first.
That's good.
Okay, and give them some time to perfect their answer. And we'll be right back with that on Sukses SPM 2021.
KPM. Didik TV KPM.
And you're still watching Sukses SPM 2021 for our subject today, Bahasa Inggeris. We're focusing solely on writing articles actually. And just now Mr. Hanin explained to us about how the format is for writing an article. You have to have a title, introduction, body, which contributes most of the marks, and also conclusion. And just now we have the pupils had some time to write their own version, each one having their own task, divide and conquer. So Mr. Hanin,
Yes.
let's hear from them.
Yeah, so without wasting any more time, so
Okay.
let's hear and start our discussion by, starting with Amira. So Amira, would you like to start with the answer?
Okay, Amira.
A new alternative of learning during COVID-19. Since the COVID-19 pandemic occurred, all learning activities are done online. Majority of people say this method is the best way for now, that the learning process is not disrupted. However, the method has its own advantages and disadvantages.
Okay, so that is a very clear one for an introduction. Please remember that you need to include the title. It can be like anything. Don't be too focus so much on getting the perfect one. As long as you have a title, that will be enough.
Okay.
But if you have the time, you can find a very perfect way to actually write the title. But so
Right.
far, that is not the focus. The focus will be on the content.
The
right?
content.
Okay, so new alternative of learning during COVID-19. So it does say about online learning, a new alternative way. Since the COVID-19 pandemic occurred, all learning activities are done online. So that is basically the truth. A very good introduction. Majority of people say this method is the best way for now. So she's just making an assumption, not making it to all, because we are not sure about everybody.
Yes.
So, but she say just majority,
Majority.
which is very good. Yeah. And however, okay, the last sentence, which is very good, this method has its own advantages and disadvantages.
Right,
Okay. Now we
okay.
go on to the next one, which is Nabila.
Nabila, your turn.
Online learning has many of benefits and advantage for all students because they can learn online from their own home. There are many technologies and gadgets that students can use for contacting their teacher,
Oh,
such as mobile phone,
Okay.
gadget, tablets, laptop, the others, which is it will help students to submit their tasks or any assignments. During the lesson or online class, the student also can email or messaging their teacher directly whenever they don't understand about the topic. Thus, online learning at home makes students more relaxing and comfort than studying at school.
Okay.
In conclusion, online learning is a very good for students in any aspect of study.
wow.
Okay, that is a
Okay.
very good idea. So the idea is well written. Maybe there is a few mistakes over here that I want to highlight. Yeah, they don't. You see the spelling a little bit, right? And also in conclusion,
Right.
But the idea is already there, which is very good, which she's done well.
Yes, I can see. She has about at least three points there for the advantages.
So that's why I say it's based on the student's ability.
Okay.
So, good job.
Good job, all right.
Let's go on to the next one, Afiq.
Mr. Hanin, due to the constraint of time, can we perhaps proceed to the points that Afiq has presented? From your point of view, is that fine?
Okay, that is very good. Okay. So when we talk about Afiq, online education normally provide a chance to study, and most online courses are usually enjoyable and more comfortable compared to attending traditional classes, which means he highlighting on the benefit of going online. And also it spares you the inconvenience of having to travel to a particular place, because during online you can go to all the places, anywhere.
Yes, it's very flexible.
So that is a very good point as well.
Good job, Afiq.
Okay.
All right.
Now we go on to the next one by Aida.
Okay.
However, nothing is perfect. So this is the disadvantages. So you see how you are going to write and start it.
Okay.
You make a comparison by using the cohesive devices. Okay. Online learning has its flow. One of the disadvantages of learning is internet connectivity, which is very true.
Yes.
Just now we already experienced it. Lagging or whatsoever, right? Okay. Let me continue with the most important point. This will result in lack of attendance, which is very true as well when we talk about disadvantage. Besides, some students will miss, okay, this is wrong a little bit here, because after will, you must use
present.
Not really present, root word.
Root word, yes.
Okay, that is the key. And it has been noted, online learning is tough, which is a very good idea to put your feeling.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Aida, good job.
Good job, Aida.
Let's go on to another disadvantages by Iza. Another disadvantages of online learning as compared to the classroom environment is lack of feedback from the students. Yeah, that is very true as well. I think Iza is talking about the communication that you have with your student between the teachers. Yeah, and also I would like to highlight only on a few things. Yeah, they didn't understand. Yeah, which means they can't get any clarification, which is very good. Yeah, and also the teachers may not be immediate.
As in the responses?
As in the responses.
Okay.
Now that is very good from Iza. Congratulations.
Good job, Iza.
And lastly, from Nisa. In conclusion, online learning has its own advantages and disadvantages. As mentioned, we need to be very, very general when we are talking about the conclusion. Okay. Teachers and students should open their hearts to accept online learning so that the class can resume. Even though they are not able to go to the school, it is hoped that this pandemic will be over soon. So it is very good as well to include the hopes.
Okay. So you can include the hopes as
can
well.
we have one student, one pupil, to
share with us
what have you learned today so far? I think Iza.
Okay, can we have Iza, please?
We have learned how to write an article.
Okay, that is the key word. We have learned how to write an article. That is the key word that we are learning today. Okay, so remember, read and understand the task carefully. Brainstorm idea like we did earlier. Plan your writing like what we shown so far. Give example to support your points. Include connectors and cohesive devices and check your writing, because just now we found a little bit of error, but that is very good because that is very normal for students, and I hope you learned something today.
I learned a lot today, Mr. Hanin. Perhaps with your tips, can you give a bit of a conclusion for the lessons throughout?
Okay, so our lesson today actually to focus on writing an article. I mentioned about the 4 elements that you need to focus, which is on the content, the communicative achievement, the organization, and also the language. Don't forget, in an essay, you must have the title for this article, the introduction, the body, and also the conclusion. Okay.
All right, and I think a few tips from Mr. Hanin as well. You can pour out some of your feelings and also hope at the conclusion as
Very
well.
good. Thank you,
There's a lot
Shafika.
of tips being shared today, and thank you, Mr. Hanin, for being here with us and sparing time to teach us this and sharing us with your techniques as well in writing articles. All right, thank you, pupils online, for being with us today and anticipating. You all did a very good job. Until we meet again on Sukses SPM 2021, I'm Shafika Farahin. See you again. Assalamualaikum. Bye.